You know, one thing I can say about Trump, he is dead serious about clamping down on illegals. And he came in the office of the presidency this way. If you remember, the first people that he went after were the Muslims, and he went after the Mexicans. There were raids shortly after he took office. So he is serious about this. He wants these people gone by any means necessary. So now this is the latest thing that he is doing to these illegals. $500,000 fines to illegal immigrants that did not leave the country when they were ordered to do so. That's right. $500,000. So he is dead serious about getting these people out of here. And you're going to see him step this up, y'all. This is an election year coming up in 2020. So he's got to impress his base. And he's going to go above and beyond on these illegals. That's exactly what you're going to see over the coming months. So this came out on NPR July 2nd, 2019. Trump administration hit some immigrants in U.S. illegally with fines up to $500,000. The Trump administration is seeking to fine some immigrants who are in the United States illegally hundreds of thousands of dollars for failing to take steps to leave after being ordered to do so, according to government documents obtained by NPR. The Department of Homeland Security sent out a batch of notices across the country to target individuals, ordering them to pay fines up to nearly $500,000 for failing to depart the U.S. as previously agreed, among other factors. It is the latest hardline effort by the administration as it clamps down on illegal immigration at the border and increases interior enforcement. It is the intention of ICE to order you pay a fine in the amount of $497,777. Wow. They are not playing. They are not playing, y'all. Oh, wow. Woo. That is a lot of damn money. And it's money illegals simply don't have. So they are showing you exactly right here, upon the basis of foregoing allegations, it is charged that you are in violation of the following provision of law, section 274D of the Immigration and Nationality Act. Wherefore, pursuant to section 274D of the Immigration and Nationality Act and section 280 of Title 8, it is the intention of ICE to order you to pay a fine in an amount of $497,777. Wow. And they have the whole document here. I don't know if it's going to open up. Let's see if it does. Here's the whole document right here. Wow. So it's a 30-day notice to people for violating a court order to get out of this country. So, and they did not leave, so they get this notice now. Wow. Well, we know many of these immigrants do not have that kind of money. Let's be real. These folks don't have that. Okay, so the letter comes as the Trump administration prepares to carry out detailed immigration sweeps. Now, you know they have delayed this for 2 weeks at the request of the Democratic Party. You know, because they care about them a lot more than they care about us. of migrant families who have received deportation orders. Trump said Monday while signing legislation providing $4.6 billion in funding to address the influx of migrants from Central America, that the immigration raids will begin after the 4th of July, the holiday, if Congress can't pass new restrictions on asylum laws. At the beginning of his term, Trump signed an executive order promising as soon as practicable that by no later than 1 year after the date of this order, that the administration would begin collecting of all fines and penalties that the secretary is authorized under the law to assess and collect from aliens unlawfully present in the United States. Well, look like they are going to carry this out. Now, we know they're not going to get the fines. Worst case scenario, they're going to deport these people. That's all. They're going to throw them on a plane and deport them out of here. That's really the worst that's going to happen. It states fines of no more than $500 for each day the person is in violation of this section. But immigration lawyers say they've never heard of it used in this manner. Well, they gonna do what they want. And really, what legal grounding do these people have? They're not even citizens. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised, but there is some audio that goes with this article, and I'm going to go ahead and play that right now.
The Trump administration is hitting some immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally with notices of fines of up to $500,000. NPR's Franco Ordonez first reported the news and notes that many are getting the notices while living in sanctuary in churches. Welcome to the studio, Franco.
Thank you.
So how did you learn of this story? What did you learn?
Well, I started receiving these letters from immigrants telling me that they had owed the U.S. government almost $500,000 because they had left the country, or they had not left the country despite being ordered to do so. As you can imagine, they were stunned by the amounts. It's clear that many of these immigrants won't be able to pay $500,000. As you noted, many of them are living in churches and sanctuary, that these churches are places that support them. Advocates, lawyers see this as an example of the Trump administration trying to stoke fear and confusion in the community as well as in the sanctuary community.
You reached out to some of these people. What did you hear from them?
Well, I spoke to one woman, Edith Espinal. She's living in a church in Ohio. She's been there for the last 2 years. Since a judge ordered her to leave, she got a letter telling her that she owed $497,000. She was stunned.
They want to scare me because they know I am in sanctuary. The amount is $497,000. I don't know why they charge me.
As you can hear, she's confused. She says she doesn't understand why they want to charge her. She thinks they're trying to scare her because she's in sanctuary, and she doesn't understand how the U.S. government can even imagine that she could pay that kind of money. She, Espinal, came here in 1995 when she was just 16. She now has 3 children, 2 of whom are U.S. citizens, and she says she really knows no other life than here in the United States.
What was the response from the White House?
Well, immigration officials say that federal law allows the agency to impose civil fines on those who fail to leave. A spokesperson told me today that ICE is committed to using various methods to enforce immigration law and maintain the integrity of judges' orders. We should remember that it was 2 years ago that President Trump actually indicated that he wanted to do this. He signed an executive order in his first month of office where he promised that fines would be collected as soon as practical on those who are here illegally.
Right, and this comes in the context of the Trump administration doing a number of things to try and increase pressure on immigrants in the U.S., immigrants who are here illegally, either as punishment or an attempt at deterrent, right?
Right. Yes, this is really comes at a time that the Trump administration really is ratcheting up pressure. It's about to launch, those delayed immigration sweeps targeting individuals and families who had already been ordered to be deported. That is, if Congress can't agree on some type of tightening of immigration rules, pardon me, asylum rules. It also follows the Trump administration signing a $4.6 billion humanitarian aid package that not only pitted Republicans versus Democrats, but pitted Democrats v. Democrats. It is such an emotional and divisive moment right now on this issue.
That's NPR White House correspondent Franco Ordonez. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, as you can hear, they're serious about this thing. And being that the raids are about to happen just days from just what, 2 days? Because once we get past the 4th, it's on. And you can best believe a lot of the deportations are going to happen. You think they're complaining about the conditions now? Wait until they start grabbing these people up and really start stacking them in these ICE facilities. They ain't seen nothing yet. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.